A brief history about the royal family, the royal saga of the Spanish monarchy. Welcome back, royal watchers. Crown if you're new here, don't forget to hit subscribe and join our ever-growing community where we unravel the secrets, dramas, and timeless traditions of monarchies around the world. Today, we're diving into a captivating chapter in European history, the royal saga of the Spanish monarchy, a story filled with power struggles, scandal, survival, and reinvention. Stay with me until the end, because trust me, the twists in this family's journey will leave you amazed. The royal beginning, from kingdoms to a crown. Let's rewind back to the late 15th century. Spain wasn't always the unified kingdom we know today. Instead, it was a collection of rival states. The turning point came when Isabella of Castile and Ferdinand of Aragon tied the knot in 1469. This wasn't just a love story, it was a strategic power move. Their marriage united two of the strongest kingdoms, giving birth to what we now recognize as modern Spain. Together, Isabella and Ferdinand became known as the Catholic monarchs, famous for completing the Reconquista, supporting Columbus's voyage to the Americas, and laying the foundation for Spain's golden age. Their union was less about romance and more about empire building, an early reminder that the royal family's story is as much about survival as it is about splendor. The Habsburg dynasty, power and problems. Fast forward a bit, and Spain falls under the rule of the mighty Habsburg dynasty, one of Europe's most powerful royal houses. Think of them as the global influencers of the 16th century. Under rulers like Charles V and his son Philip II, Spain reached its peak, territories across Europe, the Americas, and even Asia. It was said that the sun never set on the Spanish Empire. But with great power came great problems. The Habsburg kings were known for their obsession with keeping bloodlines pure, often marrying close relatives. This eventually led to genetic weaknesses. The most tragic example. Charles II of Spain, often called the Bewitched, who suffered severe physical and mental disabilities due to generations of inbreeding. His inability to produce an heir threw Spain into chaos and sparked the War of Spanish Succession. The Bourbons take over. After that war, the Spanish crown passed to a new dynasty, the Bourbons, originally from France. Their arrival in 1700 marked a fresh chapter. Under the Bourbons, Spain tried to modernize, centralize power, and rebuild after years of decline. But it wasn't all smooth sailing. Wars with Britain, invasions by Napoleon, and political instability rocked the monarchy again and again. One of the most dramatic moments came in the early 19th century when Napoleon invaded Spain, placing his brother Joseph Bonaparte on the throne. Imagine that, Spain ruled by a Frenchman. The Spanish people, however, resisted fiercely, sparking a brutal war of independence that shaped national identity. Modern turmoil, abdications, dictators, and democracy. Now, here's where things get even more dramatic. By the 20th century, Spain's monarchy was under constant threat. King Alfonso XIII was forced into exile in 1931 when Spain became a republic. Then came the Spanish Civil War 1936-1939, which ended with Francisco Franco's dictatorship. During Franco's reign, the monarchy existed only in theory, until Franco made the surprising move of naming Juan Carlos I as his successor. Here's the twist. Everyone assumed Juan Carlos would continue Franco's authoritarian legacy. Instead, he shocked the world by steering Spain toward democracy after Franco's death in 1975. This bold move transformed the monarchy's reputation, turning Juan Carlos into a national hero, at least for a time. Scandals and survival. The royal family today. But as with all great sagas, there's no shortage of scandal. In recent decades, the Spanish royal family faced controversies, from corruption scandals involving Juan Carlos I to public criticism over lavish spending. These challenges forced Juan Carlos to abdicate in 2014 in favor of his son, King Felipe VI. Felipe, alongside Queen Letizia, a former journalist and commoner, represents a new era of the Spanish monarchy, modern, relatable, and striving to rebuild trust with the people. Yet the future of the monarchy remains uncertain, with debates about whether it should even continue. Why their story captivates us. So why does the saga of the Spanish royal family keep us hooked? Because it's a story of constant reinvention. From Isabella and Ferdinand's empire building, To the tragic Habsburgs, to the resilience of the Bourbons, Spain's monarchy has faced downfall after downfall, yet somehow, it still survives. It's a story of power, scandal, and humanity. And maybe that's why we keep tuning in. After all, behind the crowns, castles, and pageantry, we see a reflection of our own struggles, family conflicts, survival against the odds, and the search for identity. Final thoughts. And there you have it, a whirlwind journey through the royal saga of the Spanish monarchy. From the Catholic monarchs to King Felipe VI, this family's history is nothing short of epic. But now I want to hear from you. Right finger, do you think Spain should keep its monarchy, or is it time for a republic? Right finger, which royal scandal shocked you the most? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I love reading your insights. And if you enjoyed this journey, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with your fellow history lovers. Until next time, keep your crowns polished and your curiosity alive. Crown.